Thank you so much for being here on our channel. In this video we're going to talk about the most poisonous and deadly snakes in the world. Subscribe to the channel to not miss any animal video. Snakes are one of the most feared animals in the world, therefore we must take the maximum care not to come back with any of these. Now we will show you the 10 most dangerous snakes in the world. 1. Inland Taipan Snake. The taipan is a snake from the Elapidae family found on the Australian coast and outback. The taipan snake is divided into two subspecies, the Coastal Taipan of Australia and the Papuan Taipan, which originates from the south coast of Papua New Guinea. The Inland Taipan species is considered the most venomous snake in the world. It has a powerful and complex hemotoxic venom, which liquefies blood, destroys blood cells and causes internal bleeding, implanted with two solid fangs in the back of the mouth. A taipan is capable of killing a human being in less than 45 minutes. It is estimated that the venom contained in its fangs would be capable of killing 100 men or 250,000 rats. Before the development of antivenoms, no human survived a taipan bite. Even with successful administration of the antivenom, most victims have a long hospital stay with very intensive care. 2. Brown snake. Its origin is also Australian. The brown snake is known to have the second strongest venom of any land snake, after the inland taipan. Its bite is fatal, killing the victim within hours. A single drop of its venom is enough to kill a human, so don't be fooled by its harmless name. About 1/500 grams of its venom is enough to kill an adult. It is the most poisonous of its kind. Even dogs can kill an adult. He moves quickly and can be aggressive under certain circumstances. There are cases where it chases its likely aggressors and repeatedly attacks them. Its venom contains neurotoxins and blood coagulants. Fortunately for humans, less than half of their bites contain venom. Like other snakes, they avoid biting people, only reacting to their movement. 3. Rattlesnake. A rattlesnake is easily recognized by the rattle at the end of its tail. They are part of the Jararaca family. Found from Mexico to Argentina, it is the only snake from the Americas on this list. Surprisingly, puppies are considered more dangerous than adults, due to their inability to control the amount of venom injected. Most species of rattlesnakes have hemotoxic venom that destroys tissues, organs, and causes coagulopathy, impairs blood clotting. Permanent scarring is very likely from a venomous bite. Even with prompt treatment, their bite can lead to loss of limbs or death. Difficulty breathing, paralysis, salivation, and bleeding are also common symptoms. Rattlesnake bites, especially larger species, are often fatal. However, the antivenom reduces mortality to less than 4% when applied in time. 4. The death snake. This species is found in Australia and New Guinea. It looks a lot like a viper, as it has a triangular head and a small, flat body. It usually injects victims with 40 to 100 milligrams of venom. An untreated deadly snakebite is one of the most dangerous in the world. The venom is a neurotoxin that causes paralysis and can cause death within 6 hours from respiratory failure. Symptoms usually peak 24 to 48 hours after the attack. Antivenom is very successful in treating their bites, especially given the relatively slow progression of symptoms. Before the advent of antivenom, a death snake bite had a 50% fatality rate. With the fastest attack in the world, death snake can go from the ground to attack position and back in 0.13 seconds. 5. Vipers. They are found almost everywhere in the world, but arguably the most venomous are the red viper and Russell's viper, found mainly in the Middle East and Central Asia, especially India, China, and Southeast Asia. Vipers are fast and nocturnal, quite active after the rains. Most species have venom that causes pain at the site of the bite, followed immediately by swelling in the affected limb. Bleeding is a common symptom, particularly in the gums. There is a drop in blood pressure and heart rate. Blisters appear at the bite site. Necrosis is usually superficial and limited to the muscles close to the bite, but can be severe in extreme cases. Vomiting and facial swelling occur in about a third of cases. Severe pain can last from 2 to 4 weeks. In addition to leakage of plasma into the muscle tissue, there may be a change in color throughout the swollen area. Death from septicemia, respiratory or cardiac failure can occur between 1 and 14 days after the bite, or even later. 6. Malaysian Kite. The Malaysian Kite is dark blue with white stripes on its body. It is found throughout Southeast Asia and Indonesia. Even with antivenom, 50% of this snake's bites are fatal. Before the discovery of the antidote, its lethality was 85%. It also hunts and kills other snakes or even cannibalizes other kites. They are nocturnal, more aggressive in the dark. Its venom is a neurotoxin, 16 times stronger than snake venom. Its sting quickly induces muscle paralysis, followed by a period of massive overexcitation, convulsions, tremors, seizures, that eventually ends in total paralysis. Even if the antidote is administered in time, survival is far from guaranteed. Death usually occurs within 6 to 12 hours. If help is delayed, the person goes into a permanent coma or brain death due to hypoxia. 7. Cobra. Snakes can be found in Africa, Southeast Asia, South Asia, and Southeast Asia, often used by snake charmers in India. However, they only follow the movement of the flute, as snakes do not have hearing. Some species of Naja, known as spitting snakes, have evolved a specialized venom delivery mechanism in which their front teeth, instead of delivering venom with spikes, similar to hypodermic needles, have a grooved opening in the surface. The snake to expel the venom from its mouth. Though commonly referred to as spitting, the action is more like squirting. The range and accuracy with which they can fire their venom vary from species to species as a defense mechanism. Once the venom is sprayed onto the victim's skin, it is highly irritating. If it gets into the eyes, it can cause severe burns and temporary or even permanent blindness if not cleaned up immediately. Most species of the genus Naja have a highly neurotoxic venom that attacks the nervous system and causes paralysis, but many also have cytotoxic properties that cause swelling and necrosis, with a pronounced anticoagulant effect. Others have cardiotoxic components in their venom. 8. Black Mamba. The black mamba is found in many parts of the African continent. He is known for his aggressiveness and deadly precision attack. It is the fastest land snake in the world, capable of reaching speeds of up to 20 km per hour. Can attack 12 times in a row. One bite is capable of killing 10 to 25 adults. Its venom is a fast-acting neurotoxin. An average bite releases about 100 to 120 milligrams of venom, but can reach up to 400 milligrams. If the poison enters a vein, 0.25 milligrams per kilogram is enough to kill a person in 50% of cases. The initial symptom is local pain in the bite area, although not as intense as in snakes with hemotoxic venoms. The victim experiences tingling in the mouth and extremities, double vision, confusion, fever, excessive salivation, including foaming at the mouth and nose, and marked ataxia, lack of muscle control. If the victim does not receive medical attention, symptoms rapidly progress to severe abdominal pain, nausea and vomiting, pallor, shock, nephrotoxicity, cardiotoxicity, and paralysis. Eventually, the victim experiences seizures, respiratory arrest, coma, and death. Without the antivenom, the snake's death rate is nearly 100%, among the highest of all venomous snakes. Depending on the nature of the bite, death can occur between 15 minutes and 3 hours. 9. Sea serpent. Also known as sea snake or sea snake, this species is found along the Indian Ocean coast of Madagascar and Australia. Although it evolved from terrestrial ancestors, it is adapted to a fully aquatic life, unable to move on land, except in the genus Elapidae. It is notoriously aggressive if provoked and is responsible for 9 out of 10 snakebite deaths at sea. Like most sea snakes, this species is highly venomous, but the volume injected with each bite is low, so symptoms are usually mild. Because of this, victims often do not seek immediate care until it is too late. Death occurs from paralysis of the respiratory system or cardiac arrest within 12 hours of the bite. 10. Tiger snake. The tiger snake is found in Australia. This snake has a very strong neurotoxic venom. After a bite, the victim can die within 30 minutes, but death usually takes 6 to 24 hours. Before the development of antivenom, the mortality rate of victims bitten by tiger snakes was 60 to 70%. Symptoms can include localized pain in the feet and neck, tingling, numbness and sweating, followed by difficulty breathing and paralysis. This snake usually runs away if found, but can be aggressive when cornered. Attacks with unerring precision.